It was actually Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, who's a doctor that doesn't have any relation to the convicted sex trafficker. Do you want to correct the record on the people that
Listen, I never said that it was that Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, thanks for not clearing it up. Yesterday, for those of you who didn't tune in, we're going to sort of refresh your memory, and then we have an update. Jasmine Crockett, she went out and she tried to link the GOP to Jeffrey Epstein, but she got the wrong one.
Folks who also took money from somebody named Jeffrey Epstein, as I had my team dig in very quickly: Mitt Romney, the NRCC, Lee Zeldin, George Bush, Win Red, McCain Palin, Rick Lazio. I just want to be clear. If this is the standard that we're going to make, just know we're going to expose it all. And just know that the FEC filings, they are available for everybody to review. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Yep, they were available for everyone to review, which brings us to the latest installment of Crockett, not the racist, but dumbass.
The only people that are crying are the mediocre white boys. I am tired of the white tears.
So now I want you to watch Miss Crockett discuss her mistake on air on CNN after she clearly had just gotten done speaking with her lawyers.
You mentioned Lee Zeldin there. He's now a cabinet secretary. He responded and said it was actually Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, who's a doctor that doesn't have any relation to the convicted sex trafficker. Unfortunate for that doctor, but that is who donated to a prior campaign of his. Do you want to correct the record on the people that
Listen, I never said that it was that Jeffrey Epstein, just so that people understand when you make a donation, your picture is not there. And because they decided to spring this on us in real time, I wanted the Republicans to think about what could potentially happen, because I knew that they didn't even try to go through the FEC. So my team, what they did is they Googled, and that is specifically why I said a Jeffrey Epstein. Unlike Republicans, I at least don't go out and just tell lies. Now, have I dug in to find out who this doctor is? I have not. So I will trust and take what he says is that it wasn't that Jeffrey Epstein, but I was not attempting to mislead anybody. I literally had maybe 20 minutes before I had to do that debate.
So you're a victim.
But people might see that and say, well, you're trying to make it sound like he took money from
I did not know.
a registered sex offender.
No, but I literally did not know.
When
you search FEC files,
you have a habit of that, don't you?
I had my team to do. I texted them and I said, listen, we're going up. They are saying that she took donations.
Right, but someone might say, well, your team should have done the homework to make sure it wasn't the convicted sex trafficker.
Within 20 minutes, you could not find that out, not from just doing
didn't have to do it.
Search on
Exactly.
FEC.
Why did you do it?
So, number one, I made sure that I was clear that it was a Jeffrey Epstein, but I never said that it was specifically that Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, thanks for not clearing it up.
Well, in that case, Jasmine Crockett is a
Yes, exactly.
It's the implication, Steve.
someone out there.
There's a bound. Yeah. I was just talking about that Jeffrey Epstein, the one, and then I said, you know who else got money from Jeffrey Epstein? But if people make the connection in their mind, then they be crazy. That's on them. No, it's on you. I don't know how it's on me. I only had 20 minutes. I got to Google that shit.
Well, it's 20 minutes. Okay, fine. Then maybe don't do it.
Yeah, the whole.
We didn't have enough time.
Exactly.
She said it as if the whole premise is that she was required to do this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like somebody said, hey, Jasmine, go find all the Republicans who had Jeffrey Epstein backing.
Right, yeah. You the one who backed me in the corner say you got to go out and say these people get money from Jeffrey Epstein. I was like, I only got 20 minutes to Google that shit. You better. I said, you okay, I will.
And use that AI.
She has to make herself to. This is what happens. People just throw out conspiracies. I'm just asking questions, tough guy. The old Jesse Ventura way of doing it, and then they claim victimhood when people call them on it.
Am I the only one that's bothered by that wandering eye? Have you noticed it?
No, that thing can see around corners.
Oh my goodness!
No, I'm afraid of it.
Once in a while, and it takes off to the right.
I don't ask
look at
questions.
And by the way, the best way to stay in touch is download the Rumble app. Follow me there. Don't be beholden to the algorithmic overlords from big tech. And a lot of this will get buried, right? You don't see this trend on a lot of the platforms. And by the way, she could have been referring to a bunch of Jeffrey Epsteins. For example, there's a Jeffrey Epstein, the internal medicine doctor. There's a Dr. Jeffrey Epstein specializing in trans procedures like facial feminization, tracheal shaves. Also, the other Jeffrey Epstein, the pediatrician out there, which seems like, well, that one is...
Well,
no good kids.
I'm not sure about that one.
I'm not sure. But there are 300 other guys in the United States named Jeffrey Epstein.
That go by Jeff.
Yes. So there you go. Also, by the way, the U.S. Virgin Islands delegate, Stacey Plaskett, we talked about her yesterday, right?
Yeah.
She received donations from the actual Jeffrey, not just a Jeffrey Epstein, the Jeffrey Epstein. She also communicated with Epstein directly, including during a congressional hearing, and her and Crockett are like this. So Plaskett also was given the chance to explain, and she tried to downplay the association with Jeffrey Epstein.
Wait, let me just better understand that. What is that point? Because at the time he was a known sex offender and it had been detailed all the sexual abuse.
There are a lot of people who have done a lot of crimes, and as a prosecutor, you get information from people where you can. I've interviewed confidential informants.
What about money?
I've interviewed narcotics, drug traffickers, and others. And that doesn't mean that I'm their friend.
For what, jobs?
That doesn't mean that they are friendly with me. It means that they have information that I need. And that I'm trying to get at the truth, and that's what I did.
So no regrets, basically, is what you're saying.
I'm moving forward.
Moving forward with a full heart and a full pocket with Jeffrey Epstein.
Where was Epstein Island? Was it Virgin Islands adjacent?
Yeah, it's Little St. James Island, I believe is what it's called.
So Virgin Islands, where she's a delegate.
That's what he said.
Yeah, so that's they're in cahoots.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. And it was named after an actual.
I'm moving on.
Little St. James. That's why that was one of his favorites.
That's how he sounds.
Oh, what? Oh, is it? Okay. I didn't understand what just happened. I thought it was a glitch in my headphones. Question for you. What's the dumbest thing you've seen a congressman or woman do? This is right up there. And boy, are they allergic to accountability. Yes. This would not, I will tell you this. You want to talk about people say white privilege? An old white guy would not be afforded the luxury of no follow-ups. You'd be like, come on, come on. You clearly meant Jeffrey Epstein because you were talking about Jeffrey Epstein for quite a long time before that, and then associated these people with Jeffrey Epstein. Can you just be honest? Well, I have relationships. No, you took money from Jeffrey Epstein. You took money and you were communicating at length in private, asking for advice, including during a congressional hearing. The only question is, so you're not, you don't regret it? I am moving forward. Good enough for me.
You're absolutely right. They would have get grilled. You know how I know? Find people on both sides.
Exactly.
Fight like hell. That's how I know.
Yeah, exactly. Vagina. Is exactly what I would say if I wasn't here on YouTube. So go and subscribe on Rumble. Same channel where free speech is actually alive and well. Or you can stay here and the